Hi, I'm Liz Cortez with Business Trends TV, and today I am joined by Dr. David Nota from San Clemente Optometry. Hi, Dr. David.
Hi, Liz. It's great to be here with you.
Thank you so much for being here. For you that's watching this right now, just so you know a little bit about Dr. Nota, is he is born and raised in Southern California. That's where we're at. He's out in San Clemente, and he is really involved in his community with the Chamber of Commerce in San Clemente, as well as the Boys and Girls Club and his church. So we chose for him to come on today and share about his best advice for you when you're going online, you're looking for a really great eye doctor. There's lots to choose from. So David, that's our first question for you. So why don't you share with us? What advice do you have?
Well, I would say the first thing I would consider very seriously is their reputation. Word of mouth is always good for this. I would go online, for the reviews, the Yelp and Google, and get what I can out of that. But I think really important is to go to their website. They say that the website is the second location, and I think that's true. And I think going on there and surfing around and checking out can really tell you a lot about a business. The next thing I would consider is just the examination itself. I think this is very important, and it's important to ask yourself and really think about what should I expect out of this eye exam. I think most listeners would say, well, I want a good prescription for my glasses or my contacts. And rightfully so, and there's no one better than an optometrist, better trained to be able to do this and know those little nuances of the prescription and what affects the comfort and the clarity and what's too much change and what's not. So that's very important. But I would really like to get beyond that. Most of you know that, and get into the other part of the exam that's very important, and that is the health aspect of the exam, and the health of the eyes, diseases of the eyes, and what the eyes tell us about the diseases of the body. The eyes truly are a window into your body health. So in doing this, you want to know something about the doctor. Doctors aren't created equal. They do vary, and some are focused on this and some not. And so you want to know if they are. So doctors that are fully licensed in the state of California to practice full scope optometry have gone to the trouble to keep themselves up to date with the changes in the profession, and they're very focused on this. So doctors that have done this have, when you look at their license, if you go into the office or call the office, look at their license number, right after the number there's the letters TLG. If you see those letters, then you know they are practicing full scope optometry, and they are likely to give you a great eye exam. Next, after they've done this, they have the TLG. Well, they need to have the right technology in order to give you the right kind of eye exam. Now, a lot of offices, you have technology, but there's a couple that I really want to highlight and point at that are critical in being able to give you a good health exam. One is called the OCT. The OCT is an amazing technology that can scan the retina layer by layer, and in doing this you can see amazing detail that can tell you if there's some early disease of the eyes beginning. This includes macular degeneration, and it's very important that you catch this early, because if you wait till there's symptoms, it's possible it would be too late and too late for treatment. Another piece of, and this an OCT I want to mention operates with spectral light, not radiation. It's very safe, and it can track those subtle changes that can occur very subtly over time because it's such a magnified, detailed image. Another piece of technology that's very critical is the digital retinal photography, or fundus photography. Many people don't realize, but through the eyes, we can monitor the health of your body. For instance, when we're looking at this image, we can see arteries and veins. It's the only place in the body you can see it is through the eyes. So when we analyze arteries, can show the signs of beginning to start to harden. So that is the earliest possible sign of heart disease. So you can see that this is very valuable in that. Another disease, diabetes, the same thing. This magnified detailed image can really pull out those subtle little changes with diabetes. One more thing, I don't want to bore you, but one more thing is the, looking at the veins as the blood flow is flowing out of the eyes, if the flow is slowing down, is clumping up. I mean, that's a sign that a person could have a carotid artery blockage. They could be at high risk for stroke. So this is a very valuable tool in saving lives, and there's many other things we can look for and that we see, but as you can see, I can't imagine doing without it. This is technology that I love and I use all the time, and now that I'm used to it, I just can't imagine not having it. So that, I think, is a very important aspect. Actually, I have one more thing I'd like to mention, and in looking at your doctor and how to think of them is that they are your primary eye care provider. They're your gatekeeper to your health and of your eyes and your body. So they should be fully aware, fully invested in doing the best they can in this area. And I think the doctors that are fully licensed have proven that they've gone that extra mile, and they are going to give you that great exam.
Well, that's great, Dr. David. I mean, it sounds like your practice is very high tech and focused on health. And I know that not all optometrists, focus on that. They don't just want to come in, come out, get in, out. And it's really great that you really take the time to educate us, just like we are here. You take the time to educate your patients when they come in to see you. And it's not just about, refilling your contacts or changing your frames. It's really about making sure that they're as healthy as possible. So that leads me, to my next question is, what type of experience does one have when they come to San Clemente Optometry? So paint that picture for us.
I'd be happy to do that. Well, we provide everything I just mentioned. We do. We are a full-service primary eye care facility, as you just mentioned. One thing is patients notice that it's my nature to be very detailed and very thorough in everything I do. So I do take a lot of time in looking over your eyes and the health and making sure I don't miss something. But also with the prescription that I give you for your glasses or contacts, I do take the time to make sure it's very balanced and very comfortable for the patient. So I think that that's something you can expect when coming to our office. We have a very comfortable atmosphere. We have a very professional staff who's respectful and helpful, and I'm very proud of that. And something is that how I feel is that the prescription that I give a person is only as good as the lens is put in. That's why we partner with what I consider to be one of the best optical labs in the country, or in the world, actually. And I think that's very important because I want the exam room experience to match the outcome as close as possible. Many people don't realize the levels of technology of a lens. If you compare a digitally enhanced lens that lessens the distortion of the lens on the sides and opens up that field of clarity, and you add to it a very high quality anti-reflective coating, that experience is far beyond what you would get from those basic lenses that you tend to find at the big box retailers, maybe the internet, that really is using very outdated, just old technology. And once a person tries the new stuff, they're like, wow, this is amazing. I mean, I had no idea it could be better. And that's it. You just have to try it to know that. So the listeners might be thinking, well, that stuff costs money, I don't. And well, we've actually worked hard and with our labs and to bring you this quality product at, I think, affordable prices for you. And we do have a variety of price points to try to match, the person's need. So I'm proud that we are able to do that, and I think that would be very helpful. We also, I'd like to mention, at our office, we have very convenient parking behind our office, so there's no hassles finding parking. And also, for the convenience of our patients or the listeners, someone wanting to come to us, we have walk-in eye exams available daily.
Well, that's excellent. And you didn't mention about the scenery and being so close to the beach. That's another benefit for coming in,
That
right?
is that is very true. We get a lot of reps coming to us wanting to take us to lunch pretty often because they like coming to the beach. So.
Yes, that's great going to get your eyes checked near the ocean. You just make it a whole afternoon and have some fun while you're getting your eyes checked. Well, excellent. Thanks for sharing with us and just painting that picture of what it's like when someone comes into your practice. And I can really tell that you are proud of your practice that you created and your staff and just the quality of service that each patient or each family gets when they come over to San Clemente Optometry. So my last question is a special for whoever's watching this video right now, and because I know you have something special for them. So why don't you go ahead and share with us what that special offer is?
Well, for anyone who has mentioned they've watched this video presentation, I'm happy to extend to them $20 off an already reasonable priced OCT that includes the digital photography, both those technologies that I mentioned, actually into one. So we'd be happy to take $20 off of that, and I think you find it, most people say, wow, for what that gives me, that's no problem. I'll do that right now. So we're happy to extend that to our listeners.
Oh, that sounds fabulous. I'm putting up your website right here. So look underneath my screen, sanclementeoptometry.com. Also, right below this video, you can click on that link to go check out their website. Or, Dr. Nota, is it better for them to give you a call? Which one do you prefer?
Well, we prefer them to go onto our website, and they can make an appointment straight from there. There's so much, it's our second location, so much they can learn right there, and they can also fill out their paperwork for their history, exam or form before coming to the appointment. They can fill that out, and it's all interactive. They just can click on it, and it's very quick, and people love it, and they can send it right back to us. Don't have to print it out or bring it in with you. It's very easy. So I would say to do that, and that would be the simplest way to get a hold of us. You're welcome to call, make an appointment by phone if that's easiest for you, and the staff is very good. They'll guide you through, and we look forward to serving you.
Oh, excellent. Thank you very much for doing this interview with us today.
No problem. I'm happy to do it.